Hey, this is Rick Brandenburg for Turf Bugs and Rock and Roll, and I'm sitting here in a zoysia grass lawn, and it's getting to be the middle of the summer, and it looks pretty good. And for the most part, that's because it hasn't been subjected to some real temperature extremes this summer. It's been relatively average so far, and we've had really good rainfall. But that makes me want to discuss the idea of turf stresses and what that means from pest management perspective. And it means a lot of different things. If you look at weeds, diseases, and insects, for some pests, they're going to be more damaging. The plant's going to be more susceptible when it's under stress, and the turf grass is probably less able to tolerate that stress. On the other hand, if turf is really lush and green, that may be more attractive to pests, but it may be able to tolerate more when growing conditions are really good. And that's going to vary whether it's a weed, whether it's a disease, whether it's an insect, and within each of those categories, it's going to vary with a specific pest. But even within insects, it varies a lot. And if you think about white grubs and you compare white grubs to, say, Bermuda grass in late summer and tall fescue in late summer, Bermuda grass in late summer is usually just cranking right along and can tolerate some white grubs, whereas the fescue may really be struggling because it's struggling from the heat and the drought, and then you get grubs feeding on the root system, and it just may not be able to take that damage. At the same time, you get a little bit later in the summer and early fall when it comes to fall armyworm. When Bermuda grass is starting to slow down because the temperatures aren't quite as high, the nighttime temperatures get cooler, the day length gets shorter, and it's going through a transition stage of getting ready for wintertime, and the fescue is really up and rolling. Things like fall armyworms, they can be very damaging to Bermuda grass as we get into the late summer and early fall, just simply because it's not capable of growing as fast and compensating for the damage. So when you think about pest management, think about the turf type you have. I know in North Carolina, for example, a lot of lawn care people have both cool and warm grasses they deal with. On golf courses, we have both, a lot of settings. So just stop and think about the stresses that the plant's under, what it can and cannot tolerate, what it might be more susceptible to at specific times of year. And you can really make your pest management program effective, cost-effective, and really end up with a quality end product. Hope that helps. Look forward to talking with you again soon.